Oh, you're going to start this shit again, Brian? Oh, by the way, I put the shirt on. You know what that shirt has inside of it? To stick to your fucking... Did you read the thing that comes with that? No. That thing has a chemical in there to make it so good that could fucking kill you. So the dogs ate both 3 shirts. And they're not feeling good right now. Should I put that on the show? No, I'm only kidding. Don't start with the laughing with that.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Richard Kall Show. You know, we're about, what, 10, 11 days from Christmas. So I know a lot of people are not watching now. You know, as a matter of fact, Brian, can you do me a favor and shut off the what do you call it, that has all the words on it? I don't even know what it's called. What is it called?
Teleprompter.
The teleprompter. I want to do something different today. It's a holiday season. Not many people are really watching, I can tell by the comments. And you know, I'm scripted by producers that, you know, Rich, everything's got to be, it's got to be 6 minutes and 47 seconds. It's got to be, people don't watch it. The average person that watches it is 65 years old. The young people today are different. I don't even know what's going on today. Don't even know what's going on today. I never knew what was going on. All I knew in my life was that I was a hard worker. And I want to just tell you a few things that'll be interesting to you, and some things that just piss me off, and I have to say it that way, with where the world is going today, especially our country. First of all, I was brought up very, very, very poor. I mean, I didn't have my first a restaurant meal until I was 21 years old. I know what it is to be poor. I was brought up in an apartment that was probably 400 to 500 square feet. I had my brother, my sister, myself, my mother, and my father, 5 people in a teeny, teeny little thing. How I ever got to where I got today amazes me. Amazes me. And not just today, 30, 40 years ago. It absolutely amazes me because I never had a father. Son, you could be anything you want to be. You could do anything you want to do. Never had that. But I was fortunate enough when a friend of mine, I'm going back 60 years, more than that, 65 years, maybe 70. I don't know how many years I'm going back. But anyway, my friend Sandy Buchanan. Sandy Buchanan said to me, "What are you doing this summer?" I said, "Well, I'm delivering papers, I'm mowing lawns, I'm washing cars." He said, "How would you like to caddy?" And I said, "What's that about?" "Well, I don't have to go into that, all right?" I started caddying. That's the first time in my life that I saw wealth. That's the first time in my life that I saw more than a Chevrolet, more than a Pontiac, more than a whatever. All of a sudden, I'm seeing Porsches. Like, what is that? That's a Porsche. That car is worth, well, maybe my father's car was $3,000. That was $10,000. And I saw a Cadillac. And I saw a Rolls Royce. And I saw that. And all of a sudden, my life changed, because when I would hitch a ride home, it would only be from a Rolls Royce, which maybe I drove in once, a Porsche, a Mercedes, a Cadillac. The leather smelled different. The radio was bassier. That was the time in my life, and especially caddying for 4 different golfers that were good golfers. I will never forget, and this is probably one of the biggest things that changed my life. I knew I wasn't for school. I didn't have the patience for school. I found out later when I was 15, 16 years old that I was eating better than my teachers. I was driving a better car than my teachers. It didn't make sense to me that they're teaching me. You know, I found out later on in life that in school, all they teach you is theory. They don't teach you how to become wealthy. They don't teach you how to become rich. All they do is theory. Theory. So I said to myself, there's something missing in my life. At that young an age, there's something missing in my life. And when my life changed was when I was caddying for these 4 people. There's a fellow in the rough, for those of you that know golf, about 30 yards in the rough, and here's 3 of his friends saying, "How the hell did a guy like that, a moron, never graduated high school, become one of the richest people in this club?" That meant something to me. In other words, you didn't have to go to school. You could become rich. That changed my life. And at 13, where was I going? But I always had it up here in my head. I always had it up here in my head. Listen, the world has changed. When I said there are things that piss me off, let me tell you some things, and I'm reading some notes that I took down, all right? I quit school, okay? And then I just got into doing real estate, joined the United States Air Force in '61. I think back how I ever made it, and this is really, I can't say this enough. I may be taking my time and looking at you and saying, I can't believe I made it. But how did I make it? Nobody could work harder than me. Nobody could do with less sleep than I did. Till today, 77 years old, I require 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night. Back then, I go 50 hours, 60 hours with no sleep. When I like something and I wanted to change my life, and that I have a lot of luck, you could bet your life on it. Luck comes into play big time, big time. When I got into multi-level marketing in 1978, which I have to say has changed drastically, MLM today is not what it used to be, especially here in the United States of America. It's just not. What are they talking about today? What's everybody talking about today? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Most of you don't even know what the heck it means. You're going by your friends that have said, hey, you got to get into this, you're going to make millions, you're going to do this. One thing I want to say about Bitcoin, and we don't know where Bitcoin is going yet, okay? But one thing I will say about Bitcoin, over all the MLM cryptocurrencies, which are a bunch of bullshit, all the MLM cryptocurrencies are nothing, just like every other junkie that comes along. And I am not a junkie. I have never been with a junkie. I'm one of the few people that has been with the company over 20 years that is no longer associated with them more. Bitcoin, Bitcoin. What are these people doing? They're going to show you how to do it. They're going to show you. First of all, let me say this. Do you realize right now, I forget what Bitcoin's going for, 17,000, 19,000, 80,000, 100,000. It's going to be $1 million a coin. I heard one idiot put out $1 million a coin. Well, you know what that says? Maybe 2%, maybe 0.5% can afford. Do you have the money right now to go out and spend what it costs for one coin? Absolutely not. So who's kidding who? The people that are getting you into Bitcoin today, they're making money just like they did in MLM. Books, tapes, come to these things that they have where people pay $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. I could take anyone, take me up on it, spend 3 days with me, and you'll learn more than all those conferences that you've gone to, all the thousands of dollars that you've spent. I could teach you in 3 days. What does it come down to? Being a person. You know, someone told me, a multimillionaire years ago, Richard, you get people to say, I like that guy, just like that. I like that guy, and I'll follow him anywhere. And then you've done something with your life. Never think about a commission. Think about how you could help people. That's what I've done my whole life. I've helped, between me and the people that I brought into MLM, thousands of people become financially free today without ever once thinking, without ever once saying to my wife, hey, you know how much money we're going to make on these people? Can you imagine how much money we're going to make? Money was never the issue. I knew, without knowing, I found out years later, do the right thing by people, everything else will fall in place. Just do the right thing by people and everything will fall in place. And that's all I've done. I got to look down at my notes. Oh, here's one other thing I got to talk about. I got to talk about our president, Mr. Donald Trump. Are there a lot of things that he's done wrong? You could bet your life on it. Are there a lot of things that he has said that hasn't come true? You can bet your life on it. Okay? Are those things that he does bother me? Absolutely. Absolutely, without question. But has this man done more than any president since I'm born? You could bet your life on it. Look where we are right now. Look at the job situation. Look at the stock market. Look at the, what has he brought in, $4 trillion? And if we didn't have those two big storms, it would probably be $4 or $5 trillion. And how in the heck do people hate him as much as they do? Where is the American person today? What's going on today? Listen, I have never made a crude remark to any woman in my life. But when I hear this new thing now that you can't even say to someone, which I have said my whole life, hey, you really look great today. That's a nice dress that you have on. What in the heck is wrong with that now? You can't even say that? What is happening to our whole country? People are so caught up in what's wrong instead of trying to say what's right and get together. The way we're going now is pathetic. It is disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. All right? So these are the things that bother me. To become successful in life, the only thing that has been easy for me in my whole life was making money, because I knew it took a tremendous amount of hard work. Not studying, not graduating from some of the biggest schools, Yale, Princeton, Harvard. Absolutely not. And I probably earned more than 95% of the people that graduate from Harvard or Princeton or Yale. You all got it wrong up here. You just haven't been with the right people. You look for someone before you get into any business, and you find out where that person is in life. Don't take their, their word, and they show you pictures of houses. You'll probably never meet them, and cars and this and that. 95% of them are so full of baloney because I know somebody of them. I have never said anything in my life that you could bet your life on. You could bet your life on when I say, and I always say, Richard Kall's show is the truth and only the truth. And what we have to do as Americans, what we have to do as people, is to start changing and stop this bitterness and stop this hate that we have going on in this country, and start being a person, start being what God gave us. He gave us a soul. He gave us a heart. I see a lot of people out there that have neither. This is Richard Kall. I'll see you tomorrow, and always remember the truth and nothing but the truth. Have a great day. How was that?
Very good.
Just very good?
Very good.